to Modesto. Nobody in a rush, slight drizzle in the air, but at least no snow. That was falling on the Squaw Valley, which is a couple of 100 miles behind the riders here. Attack starting from the gun today, and finally 7 riders getting clear of the field. This is a move coming from Phil Gaiman of the Kenda 5-Hour Energy Team. Quickly joined by Christian Meyer, Jan Barter, Andy Jacksmain, James Driscoll, William Dixon and Mike Creed. No reaction from the peloton. Why should there be? It's a long way to go to the finish. All this happened in the opening mile of the day. There was 1 or 2 tumbles. Seemingly the worst one was Jesus Del Nido Montes, who fell in the center of the peloton here. Took a little while to get back on his bike, but he did get back on his bike and he did get back in the peloton. Doctor always on hand within seconds of the fall. Then the peloton set about bringing back those front runners one by one. The first sprint, though, after 18 miles at Folsom, Jan Barter didn't know where the finishing line was, so he just kept on going till he was sure he had crossed it. And then he waited for the pack. In second place was Phil Gaiman, third place was Andy Jacksmain. Onward we go to Ione, 50 miles done. Barter again getting across that line. Christian Meyer second, Andy Jacksmain giving them little time bonuses, 3, 2 and 1 second. Lots of front tyre punctures on the ride today, and catching one of them was Andy Schleck. He got a very fast wheel change though, and for the big man who's twice finished second in the Tour de France, this was a formality. Onwards to Oakdale now, with 22 miles left to race to Modesto, and Christian Meyer was the rider who got across the red line first, ahead of Michael Creed, and then came Andy Jacksmains. They threw the towel in for all bar 2 riders, some 12 miles out from the finish, and that left 2 survivors still going for gold in Jan Barter. And then the crosswinds came, and the riders started to be ripped off the back by tremendous pressure applied at the front by Team Sky. And caught in that was in fact Andy Schleck and Thor Hushovd. They drove on and they quickly picked up lone survivor Jan Barter. There was 12 miles left to go. The field were all together onto the circuit, and then the crashes started to happen. Caught in this one was just sat on the road there was Jens Voigt. And that's where Voigt just catches the rider there. She tries desperately to avoid him, and then that third rider, and we don't know who it was yet, he really hit his head on the road there. The crashes continued too. We had more fallers on the way. This is the same crash from a different angle. 5 kilometers left to ride. The field got the bell, and Team Sky took control. The men in black doing what they did around the streets of Sacramento. But the crashes weren't to end here now as they lined up for the finish. There was going to be more crashes there. That was Baden Cook who sat on the road. Amazingly, they all missed him. Then it was Michael Matthews went down on the left, the under-23 world champion. Cookie got underway, his day, job done for the day though. He was looking to lead out HAEDO for the finish, not to be. Team Sky took control, but they couldn't find their young yellow jersey of Ben Swift, so Greg Henderson, the lead-out man for Swift yesterday, had to just find the strength to do it for himself. And chased by Thor Hushovd all the way to the line, but Greg Henderson saw his chance. Challenged there by Sagan, as Henderson hangs on in there. It looks like JJ may have got second, Sagan possibly fourth, and maybe Leigh Howard fifth. We're still waiting for the final result. The white jersey of the world champion being third to me. No doubt who the winner was. I make it Greg Henderson's 50th win of his career today here in Modesto. We can now show you the confirmed results. Let's have a look. Henderson, HAEDO, Hushovd and Sagan it was, and Leigh Howard in 5th place despite coming back after a knee injury. He's starting to sprint rather well. The man from Geelong, which is the same town where Thor Hushovd won his world